The following presentation is by Sam Smith Productions in association with Black and Gold Productions.
Okay, so let me get this straight. Fraser Minton is our first-line center? Yeah, it's crazy. Minton's been our first-line center. Jeremy Swayman has been playing out of his mind. He's been playing a Vezina caliber season. He's just been unbelievable. He's back to form. Jeremy Swayman is back to form? This can't be right. I mean, he held out and screwed the team over big time last year. What do you mean he's back to form? He's back to form. He got a camp and now he's playing all right. He's doing okay. He's carrying the team? Pretty much. Another guy that's been really great is Charlie McAvoy. He's had a career year in every category, and he's battled so many injuries. I mean, for Christ's sake, he's been hit by the puck 4 times. Charlie McAvoy's playing insane hockey? Well, how's Brad Marchand doing? I hate to break the news to you. They traded him to the Florida Panthers. They traded him to Florida? Well, what about Brandon Carlo? Brandon Carlo was traded to the Leafs. That's how he got Fraser Minton and their first-round pick. Hehe. Thanks, Leafs. Okay, so Marchand and Carlo are both gone. What about Charlie Coyle? He got traded to Colorado, who's now in Columbus and having a great year there. Well, at least is Justin Brazeau still producing? Justin Brazeau got traded to Minnesota for a guy that you'll learn later on is Marat Husnudinov. Who the hell is Marat Husnudinov? Marat Husnudinov was the guy they got back for Brazeau, and he has been unbelievable this season. He's got like 15 goals, and he's only like 22 years old. He's been insane. He's super fast, super agile, good with the puck, good along the wall. Just a little gnat. It's great. The Bruins really like him. Okay, back up. You're telling me that the Bruins tanked and they got James Hagens? Yep. They tanked, they got the 7th pick, and they got James Hagens from Boston College. Heard a lot about him last year. He was supposed to be the 1st overall pick. He fell to 7, and the Bruins got him. Crazy, right? Well, did they fire Sweeney? Why are they making all these good moves? They trusted the process, and unlike Joel Embiid, the process actually worked out for him. Oh, he's smartened up. But by the way, how's Pavel Zacha doing? Oh, Pavs? He's having an incredible year. He's on pace to have a 30-goal season, and he's having the best statistical season of his career. They put him with Victor Arvidsson. Those two, a dynamic duo on the second line, which has been one of the better lines in the league this year. Arvidsson? We got Victor Arvidsson? For what? We traded a 5th-round pick in next year's draft for Victor Arvidsson. Yeah, we got Arvidsson, and he's been great. And oh yeah, in the Coyle deal, they also got Casey Middlestat in that deal as well. Wait. Casey Middlestat? What the hell is this team? You tell me. I don't even know myself. And oh yeah, by the way, they signed Tanner Jeannot over the offseason as well, just a heads up. Brings a little more grit to the 4th line. Tanner Jeannot? What the hell? What? How did what? How much money do they give him? What's the term? What's the contract? Yeah, they gave him a 5-year deal at $3.4 million this season. Yikes. 5 years for Jeannot? Hopefully that worked out. How are they looking defensively? As I mentioned, McAvoy's been really good. Zadorov's, although he's had the most penalty minutes in the league this year, shocker, he's been great. I think Hampus Lindholm has been okay, but he's been decent enough he's been passable. Henry Jokiharju's come along. That's been a really nice surprise. They have Henry Jokiharju? The Sabres guy? What? Why? Yeah, the Sabres guy. They got him last year at the deadline for a pick, and it's worked out. They got him to a 3-year deal, by the way, too. $3 million a year. Oh, and they got Jonathan Aspero, too. Who is Jonathan Aspero? Aspero was a throw-in signing, and now he's playing top-line defensive minutes with McAvoy on any given night. Please tell me they traded Jonas Korpisalo for a bag of pucks. I hate to break your heart. They didn't trade Korpisalo. What they did do is they actually utilize him a little bit more, and he's actually been half decent. He's stolen a couple of games, for sure. He's been good? Huh. Well, what else did they get in that? Oh yeah, they got Mark Kastelic. How's he doing? Mark Kastelic's actually been not too bad. He's actually been pretty decent overall. He's a little enforcer on that fourth line, as I mentioned with him and Janelle. Yeah, he's been pretty good. Okay, so he's still an enforcer. I like that. I have a lot of concerns about Dean Latorno, the guy they got with that first-round pick they got for Ullmark. How's he doing? Oh, Dean Latorno? He's had an insane sophomore season at BC. He'll be going back to school next year, and he's going to be a superstar in the league, hopefully down the line. Maybe next year he'll be joining us around this time next year. Oh! So he's having an incredible year, is what you're telling me. Oh. He had an incredible sophomore season. All right. Fair enough. Oh, and the Providence Bruins, they're having an incredible season, and they might go all the way. They're having a Calder Cup run. They are a wagon down in Providence. The Providence Bruins are doing what now? You heard me. They're on a run. Well, okay. I need one question to be answered. Are the Bruins back? Sam, I think the Bruins are back. Saka, score! Bruins win! Pasternak, score! The Bruins win! 2-1 in overtime! Shot, score! Pavel Saka! Bruins yes! It is time for a little bit of history, as live from the Nationwide Arena in Columbus, Ohio, it is the playoff clinched Boston Bruins against the Columbus Blue Jackets, who are still battling for a Stanley Cup playoff spot. What has happened, everybody? Happy Sunday. Glad to see everybody here. Let's get into your starting lineups, and we'll talk about my acting skills after that. For the Bruins, they are resting a lot of people here today, so let's talk about it. Geeky, Elias Lindholm, David Pasternak. Casey Middlestat with Lucas Reichel and Michael Eyssimont on the second line. No Zaka, no Arvidsson. They're both out for rest reasons. Fraser Minten, Marat Husnudinov, and yes, you are reading that correctly. James Hagens is playing on the third line tonight for the Bruins. On the fourth line, Alex Steeves, Sean Corrali, Mark Kastelic. No Tanner Jeannot this evening as well. Defensively, Nikita Zadorov and Henry Jokiharju. No Charlie McAvoy. Jonathan Aspero and Jordan Harris. No Hampus Lindholm. Mason Lohrei and Andrew Peak with Jonas Korpisalo in net for the Bruins. They are resting a lot of people, and good thing. We want them to be healthy go playoff time. For the Blue Jackets, it's Adam Fantilli, Kirill Marchenko, and Isaac Lundestrom. Charlie Coyle, Cole Sillinger, and Connor Garland. Boone Jenner, Mason Marchman, and Danton Heinen. Sean Monahan, Miles Wood, and Kent Johnson. On defense, Zach Werenski and Dante Fabro. Ivan Provorov and Denton Matejchuk. Igor Zamula and Eric Goodbranson with Jet Greaves in net for the Blue Jackets. those are your starting lineups for both teams. As, ladies and gentlemen, it is time. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, the 2025 first-round draft pick, James Hagens, making his Bruins NHL debut here today. 6 games in the minor leagues. He had 4 points. He had a goal and 3 assists. As you guys know, 2025 first-round pick by the Bruins, 19 years old, out of Hoppage, New York, the Long Island native. He signed an AHL tryout with the P Bruins in March after coming out of BC and making the Hockey East semifinals. He played 6 games there. He signed his entry-level contract back on Wednesday, did not play yesterday, but he's playing tonight in his NHL debut. There it is, James Hagens making his official debut on the NHL roster here tonight. As we welcome you into the live stream, everybody. Hello, 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 hello. Good to see everybody here. That is correct. That is correct. You are not seeing things. That's the next to the Bruins name. The Bruins are going to the Stanley Cup playoffs. They will be playing some playoff hockey this spring, and I'm very excited about it, even if it's one round. This is a success for the Bruins. It is a successful season. Okay? It is a successful season. They are in the playoffs. They made it. They made it. They got there. They got there. That's the point. That was the goal this year. The goal is to get there. They got there. So, whatever happens, you're just playing with house money at this point. Which, I love playing with house money. Yes, so James Hagens, he is wearing number 44. As he is, the last guy to wear it was Henryuki Haru, who wore it for a game last year, after he got brought over at the deadline from Buffalo. Before that, the last person to wear it was Josh Brown. And the most memorable number 44 of my lifetime, Dennis Seidenberg, okay? Dennis Seidenberg. Love Seidenberg. He was great. Love him. But, yes. All right, we can talk about the elephant in the room. We can talk about the damn skit. Do you guys enjoy the skit? Do you guys like that? All right. I know you guys have been jumping to the pit to talk about it. How was it? W acting? Yeah? Great. I'm glad. Thank you for telling me Boston success. I know. Thank you. Deserves an Oscar? Yeah, I appreciate that. Academy. How you doing? See you in Hollywood in 2027. Who am I kidding? Nobody cares. Dan Renouf just after. Oh yeah, Dan Renouf. I forgot about him. The Islanders firing Patrick Waugh. We talked about this on Tuesday, but I'll what's it called? I think it's a boneheaded decision to fire your coach that's on a playoff push with 5 games to go. I don't care what the reason is. I really don't care. Really don't care. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, first period of Bruins coverage on YouTube is brought to you by Uno Overlays. It is the easy way to overlay. Oh, baby. Pretty accurate to how all Bruins fans felt last year. That's why I did it. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that. No Arvidsson, no Zaka, no McAvoy, and no Hampus Lindholm today. Happens to Boston, Ottawa has the same amount of points cited for it. Ottawa has the advantage because of the regulation wins and the regulation wins, and they've beaten the Bruins like 3 out of 4 times, whatever it is. So visible during yesterday's game. I know he was. I know. I know. Zaka. Nobody had a really good game yesterday. I was watching. I was at Grant's graduation party. Grant says hello, by the way. Here we go. No. Is on the ice making his NHL debut. Puck played around. Lowry trying to chip it ahead. Hagens trying to play it past good. Branson gets it ahead. Just down to the neutral zone. Now here is Provorov. Puck deflects into the zone. Lowry trying to play it along. Gets it tied up there by Marchment. Puck comes to Hustadinov. Bruins will carry this one ahead. Hustadinov will dump it in around the net. And the puck goes out of play 27 seconds in. Hagens making his first official shift in the National Hockey League. This is the most hyped up prospect the Bruins have had since Tyler Seguin. Not even Pastrnak was this hyped up. But Hagens is the most hyped up prospect the Bruins have had in 15 years, and he's making his NHL debut tonight here against the Blue Jackets. Lindholm wins the face-off the neutral zone. It's dumped into the zone here by Zadorov. The only line from yesterday that was kept together is this top line of Geekie, Pastrnak, and Elias Lindholm. I really hope that Elias Lindholm and Morgan Geekie get a night off on Tuesday as the Blue Jackets ice the puck 42 seconds in. The Blue Jackets need to keep on winning to try to keep their playoff hopes alive, but as the Flyers control their own destiny at this point. If the Bruins win, the Flyers pretty much are in, I believe is the scenario. I'd have to look that up. Coyle wins the draw against Elias Lindholm, and now here's Zach Werenski behind his own net. Banks it ahead for Garland, gets it through a stick of Morgan Geekie. Pastrnak, 1 point away from 100, 1 goal away from 30 goals in the season again. Cole Sillinger across the blue line, kept to the outside by Yoki Haru, played around the net. Werenski's shot kicked out by Korpisalo, and Pastrnak almost had a breakaway, but he couldn't play the puck. Negates the icing, though, as would have been a breakaway, and he was the first one there. Werenski gets this one away. Geekie just put it ahead of Pasternak's stick, a little too much on it. Now Marchenko kept to the outside by Aspero. Jordan Harris getting in some action. Shot by Fantilli. Missed over the net. The puck goes out of play as well. And during the first intermission, we're going to be chatting about the Providence Bruins. They made a little bit of history on their own. We're going to talk about that during the intermission. Mark Kastelik will take this face-off. Face-off tied up here and won by Boston. Kastelik plays it around. Stepped up, kept in by Matejchuk, a shot. And Korpisalo came out of the crease to make that save, and he got a piece of it. Boxing match in Providence, yeah. Face-off is won here by the Bruins. It's flipped into the neutral zone. Kastelik will try to get this one into Steves. Get it into the zone. Provorov takes it away. Fantilli for Marchenko. Jordan Harris, good takeaway. Kastelik, that's Aspero. Here comes Aspero now. Sends it ahead. It goes off Alex Steves and in. So Reichel was called up from Providence yesterday after he was sent down on Friday. So he was only down there for a day. He played last night. Or he played Friday night, excuse me. He didn't play yesterday. Marchenko leaves it for Provorov. Into the neutral zone. Good take by Middlestat. Leaves it for Asamont. Here come the Bruins. Asamont has Reichel to his left. Asamont gets it in the zone. Reichel Trying to jam it through Goodbranson. Puck played around. Puck comes out of the zone. Dumped back in by Lorai. Ooh, that took a weird bounce and hit off the side of the net. Almost got the goalpost. That could have been interesting. Johnson plays it over to Monahan. Broken up by Peak. Good stick. Middlestat kicks it ahead. He doesn't have his usual line mates in Zaka or Arvidsson. Middlestat for Andrew Peak will have to hold back as the Bruins will make a change. Out comes the Minton, Husendinov, and Hagens line. Here is Lorai for Minton. He'll get it into the offensive zone. Tied up there. Werenski playing this one around. Trying to play this one through. I wonder if the Bruins put Hagens on a power play unit today, as the Blue Jackets ice the puck here. Face-off will be in the offensive zone for the Bruins here. Lindholm wins the draw. Pasternak out to Yoki Haru. Zadorov on the far boards. Throws it on net. Well, goes wide of the net. Yoki Haru jams it in deep. Elias Lindholm. Tied up there by Jenner. Puck jammed to Geekie. Can't get it through Werenski there. Pasternak tied up along the wall. Heinen trying to play this one around. Elias Lindholm tied up. Jammed up Boone Jenner. For Danton Heinen, gets it around Morgan Geekie, gets into the neutral zone. Here comes Werenski. Blue Jackets have numbers. Here is Werenski. Looks in front. Shot. Save Corpusalo. Rebound Marchman. Has a man in front. Jenner still got a stick lifted by Yoki Haru in front. Marchman. Zadorov lifted a stick. Here's a backdoor tap-in. Score, Marchman. Columbus with the 1-0 lead. It's Mason Marchman. The Bruins are resting people, so it's not like this is their full NHL roster today. So I'm not gonna get super mad. Although potentially losing 6 games in a row before going to the playoffs is certainly a choice, but Minton against Coyle at center. And the Jackets have a 1-0 lead. Matejchuk for Coyle. Lifts it out of the zone over Hagens' head. Jordan Harris, Husendinov to Minton. Trying to kick it ahead, onside. Played just ahead of Hagens there by Minton. Matejchuk takes it away. Puck chipped ahead and out of the zone. Hagens grabs the puck. Should chip it back in. Can't. Cleanly. Here come the Jackets again. It's Garland. Kept to the outside by Harris. A shot from the blue line. Knocked down in traffic. Rebounds in the crease. Husendinov tying it up. Harris gets it away. Chips it along for Hagens. Makes a play up to Minton. Here comes Husendinov as well. Minton chips it into the offensive zone. Provorov and Minton tied up. Yeah, no McAvoy, no Hampus Lindholm, no Zaka, no Arvidsson. Lorai. What a turnover by Lorai. What was that? Here is Goodbranson. Puck played around the net. Sean Corrali trying to jam it ahead. To Lorai. Looking up the ice here. Steves lifts a stick, gets it out of the zone. The Bruins might not register a shot on goal today. Fantilli for Goodbranson. Fires, kicked out by Korpisalo. And now here comes Kaslick. Throws it up ahead for Steves. Gets it around Zamula. Chipped to Lundestrom. Corrali couldn't keep it in. Bruins grab the puck again. Corrali throws it across. Kaslick goes off Corrali's leg. Puck lifted cross ice and in. Puck moved ahead here by Kaslick into the neutral zone. Yoki Haru sends it ahead. Middlestat dumps in. Yeah, the Blue Jackets are hungry for a playoff spot. As they should be. Their season's on the line here. Puck played in off a skate. Korpisalo will be forced to smother. He made a late decision to do so. That's not a 1-2-2. That's a 1-4 is what they're playing. Middlestat will take this draw. It's against Jenner. Tied up here. Bruins get it away. It's Asamont. Gets it ahead into the neutral zone. He has Reichel to his left. Asamont lifts it in. Goes into the cross corner. Fabro plays it around. Blue Jackets are winning every puck battle. Puck broken up there by Elias Lindholm, who's out there with Reichel and Asamont. Here comes Aspro. Bruins cross the line. Elias Lindholm. He gets just destroyed along the wall and the puck battle. Pasternak takes the puck away. Here comes Geekie. Crosses the line. Pasternak trying to cut. Do something here with it. Nope, he did nothing with it. He tried to throw it to Elias Lindholm, which is the equivalent of doing nothing with it. Here is Pasternak for Elias Lindholm. Crosses the blue line. Geekie throws it out of the zone. Like, what are they doing? Aspro. Plays it around. Pasternak tied up. Minson in there with Geekie and Pasternak, but that didn't work for nothing. Here's Coyle. Shoots. Stopped. Rebound. Geekie gets it away. Here is Husnudinov. Just trying to get in the offensive zone. They can't even get sustained pressure in the offensive zone here. That's why you don't rest people when you're trying to still compete at this point. Garland lifts this one out of the zone. Here's Lohrei. Husnudinov. Nice cut. Gets it across the line. Drops it. Hagens, what a play! Hagens, a shot gets blocked. And Garland's down for Columbus. He's a little banged up on the play. And it's moved ahead into the zone. Fantilli. Husnudinov, good tie with Matejchuk. Corrali. Sends it out of the zone. Lava, shut up. You know what? The Bruins, the meaning was not they were going to win a Stanley Cup. The meaning is that they're going to go to the playoffs. And guess what? They're in the playoffs, you know? That's what I meant. I'm realistic. Here is Goodbranson, dumps it in. The Bruins have one shot attempt. Columbus has, I believe, 16 is the number. Puck comes out. It's Steves. Can't play that one. Lundestrom takes it away. Johnson tied up with Middlestat. Dumped in. Here is Korpisalo. Plays it around. Jordan Harris tied up there by Monahan. Fantilli turns and shoots. Aspro gets the block on it. Puck comes out. Middlestat. Harris gave the puck right to Sean Monahan. Here come the Blue Jackets. Miles Wood. Shot missed wide. Aspro sends it ahead. There goes off a skating in. Werenski lost the puck. Got it back because there's no Bruins pressure there. They were changing. Shot blocked there. Lohrei ahead to Pasternak. They're just reaching for pucks. They're not even skating towards a puck anymore. This team's tired. Why Pasternak's not resting and Arvidsson is shocking to me. Deflection by Jenner, and Korpisalo makes the save. The Bruins have registered one shot attempt. Blue Jackets are over 20 at this point. Points, I believe. Fair enough, but yeah. Who wants to get hurt? Yeah, but, like, try. You know? So we go to, as we're in commercial. Nine, shots on goal for the Blue Jackets. Blue Jackets win the faceoff. They might win every faceoff tonight. Shot goes over the net. Zadorov trying to play it ahead. Kastelik tied up. Lundestrom. Fantilli plays it around. Zadorov tied up. Plays it off Steves' stick and out. This is going to be an icing if the Blue Jackets get their first. No icing here, they're going to say. Werenski takes the bump from Steves. The puck is tied up. Steves gets there. Steves shovels it to the line. Jokiharju throws it on net. Score! On their first shot of the game! Henry Jokiharju from out top, and we are tied! That was deflected in front. The Bruins have tied the game at 1. We'll see if this got tipped. Let's see. Mark Kastelik. Mark Kastelik. On their first shot of the game, has tied it at 1 for the Bruins. Gotta love that. Marchment. Provorov shot, blocked in front. Hopped on by Minton, nice cut. He'll play this one ahead. 4-on-2. Minton for Harris. Kind of cut off the angle there. Provorov tied up there by Hagens. Harris got to step up a little quicker there. Puck comes out. Asperl reversed this one back into the zone. Played through Greaves. Yeah, went on. Are they looking at Corrali? I think that went off Kastelik. Well, if it's Corrali, that would be a goal against his former team, so that would be great. Lohrei for Peak. Minton back to Peak, trying to jam it to Lohrei. Plays it ahead. It's going to be an icing here against the Bruins. I could see a world where Brunet, Patra, and DiPietro get called up for Tuesday's game. Just so you know. I could see a world where that happens. It's Kastelik. I think it went off Kastelik and in. I don't think it hit Corrali. It might have, and I might be wrong, but... Minton wins the face-off. Lohrei for Hagens, trying to flip this one out of the zone. Gets it into the neutral zone. Werenski threw the puck into the neutral zone. Picked up by Lohrei. Off of a stick. And the Blue Jackets get it back. It's Goodbranson for Werenski. They just said on the broadcast it's Mark Kastelik, so... Lohrei. Johnson takes it away. In the slot. Monahan! Snow! Where's the puck? Asamont saved a goal. Asamont got it off the line. Here comes Mittelstadt. He'll send it ahead to Reichel. Reichel kept to the outside. Asamont looks in front. Doesn't have a lot of options here. Tied up there by Werenski. Mittelstadt Off Asamont's skate. Gets it back. Pop up to Middlestat. Monahan just bullying him down there. Reichel down there for support. Here is Middlestat trying to get it to Asamont. To the blue line, Yoki Haru. Zadorov looks, shoots wide. Rebound bounces out in front, and Wood will get this one just out of the zone. Yeah, Asamont pulled a Michael Ryder right there. 100% he did. Zadorov to Pasternak. Off Geeky's skate into the zone. Fabro got it back and flips it out into the neutral zone. Here comes Garland, has Sillinger. Here is Garland. Shot, save Korpisalo. He'll hang on. Oh, good luck on your surgery, Mark. Prayers up. Official scoring from the league. Corrali from Kastelik and Yoki Haru. So they're saying it was a double deflection. So they're saying that Yoki Haru's shot went on net, it went off Kastelik, and then it went off the foot of Corrali. Well, good for Corrali, scoring against his former team in his former building. Wonderful news. Just a hitting Corrali. They're saying it went off his foot. I'm going to trust the league scoring system on that. Don't shoot the messenger. Yeah. Yeah, that went off Corrali's foot. Yeah, it did. Hey! I forgot to mention this. The Red Sox won another series, guys. They beat the Cardinals. Oh my god! They won 2 of 3 from the Cardinals this weekend. Let's see. Here it is. And, yep, off the right skate of Corrali. They slowed it down perfectly. Yep. So it was a double doink, is what it did. Face-off tied up and won by Columbus. Puck will come to the blue line. Matejchuk almost lost it to Steves. Yoki Haru will get this one ahead of the Bruins. He'll dump this puck into the zone. Corrali grabs the puck. Steves trying to roof it home. Saved by Greaves on Steves' chance. To the blue line, Yoki Haru. Greaves doesn't have a stick right now. His stick is behind the net. Columbus will try to get this puck out. The Bruins aren't letting him. Kastelik keeps this one in. Zadorov. All right, so Greaves got his stick. But series against the Cardinals shouldn't be as much of an accomplishment. No, hey, man. I'm taking any positives I can take with this Red Sox team right now. Here is Fantilli. Crosses the blue line. Marchment poke checked. Here is Werenski in front off a skate. Geeky trying to get this one away. He'll get it to the blue line, held in by Fabro. I think so. Kastelik's out there, Geeky and Lindholm right now because they couldn't fully change. Oh, they couldn't get it out. Marchment blocked by Aspero. Did Kastelik change? He did. Heinen shot blocked by Harris. And now here come the Bruins. Harris has Geeky and trying to fed it to Pasternak. Werenski. Pasternak, good stick lift. Marchment. Fabro takes it away. Jenner. Werenski shoots. Stopped by Korpisalo on Werenski's shot. Here is Fabro. Oh, we'll take anything at this point. Oh, yeah, fair. This puck goes out of play. A few days ago, Marco said his team isn't ready for the playoffs. Today, they phone this one in and sit their stars. How they prepare and get ready. It's above my pay grade. I don't know. I don't know. Another commercial break. Rory McIlroy will repeat as the champion of the Masters. Cool. So we're calling the Hagens, Minton, and Hussein off the new kids line. Fair enough. Shout out Donnie Wahlberg. When is game 1 of the playoffs? This weekend, either Saturday or Sunday next week. James Hagens is the ninth first overall first round pick to make their NHL debut this season. Here is Hustinov for Minton. Gets it across the blue line, chipped into the corner. Hustinov will go digging against Fabro. Hagens is right in front of the net, trying to get it back to the blue line. Marchenko cut him off. Playoff start on Saturday, which is why I'm saying, yeah, Saturday or Sunday, because we don't know. Because the first round games will start on Saturday or Sunday, so we don't know which one's which. Hustinov drops it for Hagens, trying to make a play, and Hustinov just wasn't ready for it. That was a nice move by Hagens. Hustinov, Minton, puts it around the net. There's Peak, shot, kicked out, rebound, it's cleared away. Fabro. Both teams will make changes. Here is Warinsky. This camera's aperture's too high. Good lord, it's bright as hell. Zadorov plays it around for Asamont. Trying to get it into the neutral zone. Middlestat trying to take it away from Matejchuk. Trying to jam it to Reichel. Bruins get it across the blue line. Reichel closed off by Coyle. Puck comes out at Sillinger. Has Garland to his left. Sillinger chips it into the corner. Garland, Jokiharju, and Zadorov tie him up. Garland to the blue line. Provorov. Blocked by Asamont, who doesn't have a stick right now. He dropped it. Here is Reichel. Lifts this one out of the zone. Middlestat plays this one. He can't play it cleanly. Sillinger takes it away, and now it's through Garland to Zadorov. Now Aspero. Yeah, that was Hagens' best shift so far. Geeky will get it across the blue line. Trying to work his way through two defenders. Lost the puck to Provorov. Branson takes it away. Puck comes out. It's Aspero. Pasternak to Elias Lindholm, chips it ahead. Here is Geeky, who has 4 goals in his last 2. He scored the only goal for the Bruins against the Lightning yesterday, and it's a turnover. It's Jenner. I heard about the Red Sox. I heard about the NESN screw up. There was rumors that that was just a NESN glitch. There was rumors that this game might not have been broadcasted on NESN tonight. I read that on Twitter. But clearly, here we are. Marchment, Jenner, Harris takes it away. Steves waves it out of the zone with his stick. Good Branson for Provorov. Johnson dumps it in. Peak destroys somebody behind the play. Was it Kent Johnson? Oh my God. That was Miles Wood that Peak just ran over. Lorei to Steves. Kastelik bouncing puck. Kastelik shoots. It's fought off. Rebound. Steves trying to find Corrali across, and he couldn't get there. Peak did something. I love that. Here is Corrali. Sends it to Steves at the end of a shift. Steves has to throw it back out. The Bruins making change. Oh, wow. Hey. Bruins had too many men. They got away with that. Oof. The Bruins definitely had 6 guys out there. Here's Reichel. The other way. Reichel. Trying to keep it alive against Elias Lindholm. Fantilli. Puck comes out. The Bruins definitely had 6 guys. That's a missed call from the officials. Ref, you suck chance. Warranted. Warranted. Warranted chance. That's a blatant no call. That should have been definitely too many men. Kastelic touched the puck while 5 other Bruins skaters were on the ice. Can't do that. Here is Hagens. Gets it across the blue line. Hustadinov gets knocked down. Coyle. Hagens trying to pressure him. Bruins get the puck back, but they lost it. And they're going to... Welcome to the NHL. Have a seat in the box, Hagens. And they get called for a penalty. It's going to be a penalty on Hagens. It's going to be a hook on Hagens. Let's see. A little bit. Maybe. Yeah, it's a makeup call. More than anything. I mean, yeah, it's a little bit of stick work, but... A little bit of stick work on that, but I don't know if it's a hook, per se. If you had said it's a holding penalty, I'd say, okay, fair. He fits in with the rest of the Bruins, at least. One of them mentioned it's an effing makeup call. Huh! Who knows? We have a time delay here as we're trying to figure out how much time should be on the clock. Ooh, Surfside. Surfside vodka lemonade. Ooh, that sounds phenomenal right now. 58.5. Bruins win the face-off. Zadorov clears it down the ice. Here is Werenski now. Marchenko put it wide as Zadorov got back and lifted a stick. Coyle in the corner. Marchment back to Coyle. Fantilli at the blue line. Here is Marchment to the blue line, Werenski. Marchment. Here is Fantilli. Coyle kicked out by Korpisalo. Rebound. Oh, it almost got through, but it's kept out. And it's cleared out by Minton all the way down. Marchenko. Harris trying to tie it up. Corrali. They're going to say no delay of game, and the Blue Jackets are screaming. That should have definitely been a delay of penalty on Corrali. 100%. 100% should have been a delay of game on Corrali. That was a blatant penalty, too. It's going to be 5-on-3. They can't challenge it. No penalty on the play because the puck landed out of play when the horn sounded. Woo! Oof, 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 oof. Good Lord. Dodged a bullet. Alright. Okay, go be a bandwagon then, like everybody else. Go be an Avalanche fan. Maybe go join an Avalanche chat. That is the end of the first period, tied at 1. Blue Jackets will have about a minute of power play time to start the second period. I'm sure those Avalanche fans will take you in because they're all a bunch of bandwagons anyway. So. How many Avalanche fans were there before 2020? You tell me. Do you think Ovechkin's going to retire? Yeah, I think he is. At least from American hockey, anyway. Hagens taking the first penalty of the game. He's a Bruin for sure. Oh, let's talk about it. Congratulations to the Providence Bruins. What history was made today? There was tons of history made today for the Providence Bruins. They are the McGregor-Kilpatrick Trophy winners. For those who don't know what that is the AHL version of the President's Trophy, but without the curse. Congratulations to the P. Bruins on that. That is a great accomplishment, and I hope they go win the Calder Cup this year. Just great stuff from Providence with their 1-0 victory against the Springfield Thunderbirds today. DiPietro shutting the door, stopping all 20 shots in the win. Mike Riley Tufte getting his team-leading 32nd goal of the season for Providence here today as they sweep the weekend, beating Hartford on Friday, Rochester last night, and Springfield tonight. They have 2 more games left. They have a home-and-home with Utica Friday and Saturday. They'll wrap things up next Saturday at the Amica Mutual Pavilion against the Utica Comets before they go on and try to go win the Calder Cup this year. So wonderful news for them on that front. Division also, right, Sam? Yes. They won the award for best team in the AHL. The best regular season team in the AHL. They might actually be making some history as the winningest Providence Bruins team, AHL team of all time in the regular season. The best team in the history of the AHL was the 1992-1993 Binghamton Rangers at a .775 win percentage. Providence is at a .786. They could quite literally be the greatest AHL team of all time if they win one more game. Isn't that crazy? Like, what a stat that is, huh? For that title. Nope, they haven't won it yet. They need to win one more. 1999 was the last time Providence won the Calder Cup. Yep, 27 years. Boston Bruins get eliminated in the first round. Do you think you could call some Providence Bruins Calder Cup playoff game? Funny you mentioned that, because I mentioned it on the podcast this morning. Black and Gold Productions will be doing a Calder Cup playoff coverage for the Providence Bruins as far as they go. And I will be on the play-by-play for Providence Bruins playoff coverage for the second straight year over on the Black and Gold Productions YouTube channel. So whenever they're playing, we are going to be live. So stay tuned for that. Providence Bruins making a push to try to win the Calder Cup, and we'll be calling it for Black and Gold Productions this spring into the summer. So I will be doing that over there. Did you see the NHL playoff script had the Bruins in the finals? Uh-oh. Happens to the P Bruins and Boston Bruins playing the same day. Which game do you? I do Boston. Hopefully they don't happen at the same time. Maybe I'll be able to do both. Seen enough. Hagens, Minton, Husinov is my third line for game 1. Really? I hope so. Maybe winning the shots on goal, but look at our face-offs. Uh-oh. Holy moly! Okay, so the Bruins are getting outshot 14-3. However, the Bruins won 64.3% of face-offs in that first period, 9 of 14. 6 hits for Columbus, 4 for Boston. Bruins blocked 6 shots, Blue Jackets blocked 1. The Bruins gave away the puck 9 times. What if Providence and Boston are both in the finals? How would that affect Stream? Just hope they're not in the same night. Boston would take priority. Sorry. If they're not on the same night, then great, we're good. Wow. James Hagens made a little bit of history. He was the first Bruin to ever have a rookie lap. They didn't do that before. Yeah, but I would... Boston would take priority. But check Insta. I'm scared to look. NHL added event. Stanley Cup final. Bruins round 4 home game 2. Well, also it says it's July. Rory wins of the Masters. And do play-by-play for the P Bruins? No, I do it. I do the play-by-play for Providence Bruins, as long as they're not playing the same night. The script leaked. The Bruins are going to the final, guys. Oh my god. They're going to have home ice advantage, too. That means they're playing like the Utah Mammoths or some shit. All right. Enough of the Masters. This is a hockey stream. We only stream exciting sports here. Dun dun dun. No, I'm kidding. I like golf. It's that, you know. Congrats to Rory McIlroy. Yay. I watch golf when I'm watching with my grandmother. Cared about golf. Well, I care about it to a certain extent, but I don't really like watch it. If you could be a pro athlete, but you couldn't play for your favorite sport in that favorite team in that sport, who would you play for? I play baseball. And I play for the Dodgers so I can go make a lot of money and win championships. See? Cheat code. And go break the league and then cause a lockout in 2027. I'll go DH the for the Dodgers when Ohtani decides to retire. Watch NCAA. I somewhat do. Yeah. Congratulations to Denver on winning another championship. It's like they're turning into the Dodgers of college hockey. Excuse me, oh my gosh. Guys, look at this. I can't believe he's here. The man is here. Can't believe it. It's crazy. Second period of Bruins coverage on YouTube is brought to you by Benable. Recommend, discover, and monetize. Having a Pocher and all this hype. He's still in Providence. I think he's going to get re-signed this summer, too. I think he might be competing for a right-wing role in Boston. Maybe even a center spot if Corrali's gone. Because Hagens playing the wing is a smart decision. I think he should stay a winger. Replace some goal song for domination for the Bruins. What would it be? I have a perfect example. Okay, ready? My friend and I were making. My friend and I discovered this song, this remix of Zombie Nation with another song, and Cole Sillinger might want to cover his ears. Tate McRae. Saw that on TikTok. I was like, would pick more than a feeling. Ooh. Ooh, I like that one. That's a good one. There's just much harder time transition, so we'll play wing for a bit and switch to center. We'll play like a year at wing if I remember right. I just think you would be better off. I think we already have too many centers in our system. I think we just need I think we needs to be a winger. I think, and that's fine. Make more. If Hagens is a winger, if Hagens, Minton, and Pasternak is your top line eventually, that's a good top line. It is. It's balanced. You have a defensively responsible forward. You have a playmaker, and you have a goal scorer. That's my opinion. I think if he's going to be a winger, he better be a top winger in the league. Think of another team that the Bruins would be a fan of. Which would it be? The LA Kings. They've always been my second team. They'll be my West Coast team. Because I was a Monarchs kid, so might explain that. Alrighty. Here we go, second. Here we go in the second period. Asper will throw this up the ice all the way down. Second period is underway. Ooh, that could have been a breakaway for Corrali. Here comes Marchenko across the blue line. Going to play it in front, broken up there. Puck comes to Fantilli. He's at the blue line. Werenski on the left side. Into Marchment. Out top, Marchenko. Glove save, Korpisalo. Had to make a good glove save on that. You're not expecting the roast? Sorry, chat. I had to call it the way I see it. If you guys didn't know, I'm a straight shooter. Pow, pow. Call it the way I see it, man. Sorry, Flames fans. You know I'm right. Kastelic wins the draw. Peak to Zadorov. And it's going to be cleared all the way down. Hagens will be out of the box in about 15 seconds. Here comes Fantilli. He'll cross the blue line. Good stick by... Was that Zadorov? It was. Zadorov gets the puck back as his stick exploded in two. Werenski threw a skating all the way out. The penalty is over. Back to 5-on-5. Hagens out of the box. Here's Marchment, plays it around the net. Husudinov gave Zadorov his stick. Here comes Minton. He has Hagens 2-on-2. Minton chips it ahead. Hagens will go chase it on the forecheck. Hagens knocked down by Werenski. Coyle. Good step up by Husudinov. Greaves plays it around the net. Marchment deflects this one out. Looks like this will be icing here against Columbus. And it is. Canucks are they relevant in the flame? No, because the Canucks they at least have been to the final recently, in the last 20 years. Did Corpy get much work in the playoffs? I think Korpisalo only comes in if they have to pull Swayman. That's literally it. Tie up here on the face-off. Bruins win it. Jokiharju to Zadorov. Into Pasternak. Turns. Fires. Saved by Greaves. They might have caught the post, too, actually. Marchenko. Puck will get flipped out. Zadorov gets it back. Sends it to Geekie. Bruins have a 3-on-2. Across, and the pass got broken up. Pasternak to the front. Misses wide. Geekie. Plays it to Pasternak. Trying to walk out in front. Kept to the outside by Jenner. What a move by Pasternak. He walks in. He left the puck behind. No, what a move. Oh. And the puck's lifted out to center. Jokiharju. To Lohrei. To Pasternak. Jokiharju. Morgan Geekie across the line. To Elias Lindholm. He plays it around the net. Pasternak on it. Waiting for Aspro to get there. Puck bouncing just out. Bruins cannot touch the puck. Geekie is offside. Has a point, though, because apart from going to see the Flames, what people do in Calgary? They go watch the Calgary CFL football team, the Calgary Wranglers, and then maybe go to the occasional concert or show that goes into the dump known as the Saddle Dome. Puck deflects off a Blue Jacket stick into the offensive zone for Columbus. Aspro for Asamont. Gonna lift this one ahead to Middlestat. Now here's Jordan Harris. Walks in. Shoots wide of the net on the far side. Middlestat gets thrown off there by Monahan. Now here's Kent Johnson, who scored a Michigan last year. Around the net. Puck will come out through Provorov to throw it back to Greaves. Play first round. Anyone know? As of now, we'd play Carolina. That could change, though. Who knows? Puck comes flipped in from center, and Korpisalo makes the glove save, and then gets a snow shower for Miles Wood, so Kastlik pushed him out of the crease in response. Thank you, Rancing New York Rangers. Thank you very much on the playoff well wishes. Hopefully your team gets a good draft pick, because they will not be making the playoffs this year, so hopefully you guys get a top 5 pick. Turn that team around. I kind of do feel bad. I do feel bad for Rangers fans having to deal with Chris Drury, the bonehead at GM. Puck lifted out of the zone. Steve's going to race for this puck, and Greaves had to come out and play the puck. He just played it into the corner. Good hustle from Steves. Jenner, puck comes out. Here is Zadorov. Sends it ahead. Branson got it back. Now here's Zamula. Puck thrown ahead, and now here is Zadorov. Sends this puck ahead. Lifted into the zone. Corrali. Steves is in front. Stopped there by Greaves. Steves gets robbed in front by Greaves. Poet didn't even know it. Heinen plays it around. Lohrei. Through Peak. Hagens. Nice play to Minson. Here comes Minson across the blue line. Chips it into the offensive zone. Greaves trying to play this one around Hagens. Then Minson jams it around. Here's Hustadinov. Trying to get it. Hagens shoots his first shot on goal. And Greaves makes the save on Hagens' one-timer from the high slot. Oh, baby. Oh, baby, Hagens. That was a good rip, too. What a feed from Hustadinov, and Hagens almost. It was right at him, but it was a great play. Great play by this third line. Come on. Nice play. Minton getting there. Hustadinov feeding Hagens in the high slot. His first shot on goal in the NHL is a great one-timer, but a good save by Greaves. Minton will take this draw against Coyle. Minton wins the draw. Hustadinov. Oh, he lost the puck. Kept it alive for the moment. Puck comes out. Lohrei gets this back and dumps it right back in, and it goes out of play in the process. Stream is delayed. Yeah. That's why it says no spoilers, because I'm not watching on direct cable. I have an SN360. That's why. That's what the no. That's what the no spoilers thing is for. I'm watching on a delay. I know I am. Third line looks good. They're creating chances. I like it. Monahan against Minton at center. Tie up here on the face-off. Bruins win it. Good digging by Minton. Hey, Mom. Hagens trying to play it ahead. He can't. Here's Lorai. Oh, chance here in the middle. Wood, Columbus has into the offensive zone. Minton, good stick. Puck forced out by Minton. Good work. Now here's Kent Johnson. Over to Fabro as the Bruins are making a change here. Here comes Monahan. Will cross the Bruins line. Plays it in deep. Took a weird bounce out in front, and Peak had to use his skates to get that one away. Miles Wood to the blue line. Shot on net. Kicked out. And now here comes Hustadinov. He has Lorai and McGeeky here. Lorai trying to play it into the corner. He tried throwing it on net. It got blocked. Kent Johnson lifts this one out. Here is Jordan Harris. And it did not touch Geeky, so it's an icing on the Bruins here. Flyers fans are cheering for the Bruins. Thank you. Watching WrestleMania next weekend? Yes, I am. Hopefully the Bruins don't interfere. Cross my fingers. Because night 2, I'm going to be at the house with friends back home in New Hampshire with some friends. I would like to watch that instead of having to watch the Bruins. Be much appreciated if we can get a Saturday night. I can sacrifice missing the first little bit of night 1. But either a day game, either day, or a Saturday night game for game 1. Puck comes in front. Korpisalo makes a save. Winners are just a tie. It's 1-1. I have a score bug for a reason, ladies and gentlemen. I have a score bug for a reason. James Hagens is a plus 470 to score in the second period. This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. Matejchuk for Sillinger. Back to Matejchuk. Cuts around Pasternak. For Sillinger. Cross the blue line. Coyle left the puck behind. I saw a lot of that in Boston. Here is Morgan Geeky. Lift this one out on the neutral zone. Pasternak has a 2-on-2 to Elias Lindholm. Back to Pasternak. Fakes up, looking for options here. This might be Pasternak's last game of the regular season, so he wants to get that 100th point. Here is Aspro. Pasternak in the middle! Kicked out by Greaves. Puck comes out into the neutral zone. Thank goodness for the score bug that I run, and I'm sponsored by the company who makes it. Oh my god, I wish. Jordan Harris. Pasternak across the blue line to Morgan Geeky. Harris walks the blue line. Harris a shot, knocked down in traffic. Yoki Haru trying to jam it through. Puck comes out to the center ice. Harris will grab the puck. Pasternak gets free from a stick check. He'll chip it into the... He'll get it across the blue line. Puck poked out. Here comes Fantilli. Has to beat 3 Bruins defenders. Zadorov, Middlestat, and Yoki Haru. Didn't beat him. Zadorov and Fantilli tied up behind the play. Middlestat jams it into the neutral zone. Blue Jackets get it right back into the offensive zone. Here is Yoki Haru. Ahead for Asamon. Here come the Bruins across the line. Asamon shoots, stopped, rebound in front, cleared away. And now Marchment gets it away. Marchment gets it in the zone. Shots are 5-3 Bruins here in the second. Through the first 7 minutes. Zadorov gets it away from the slot. Yoki Haru ahead now. Here comes Reichel across the blue line. Reichel leaves it for Asamon. Shot! Glove saved by Greaves. On Asamon's shot from the slot. They go to commercial. Bruins out shooting the Jackets 6-3 here in the second. They're tied at 1 with Columbus with a half of an NHL roster. If the Blue Jackets lose this one, they're done. The Islanders will be eliminated from the Stanley Cup playoff contention tonight with a regulation loss versus Montreal, or a point plus a Columbus point plus a Washington point. Washington already got a point. Washington won, and Columbus wins versus Boston. Yeah. They're not mathematically eliminated if they lose tonight, but that hurts their chances big time. Like, because they'll have They'll... No, they should be eliminated tonight. Oh, wait, no, the Metro third spot's still open. Never mind. Never mind. I didn't notice that because the Flyers are still competing. That's right. Because wildcard spots can be clinched before before top 3 spots because the NHL playoff format is broken. All 5 Atlantic Division playoff teams have clinched. Buffalo, Montreal, Tampa, Boston, Ottawa. They've all clinched. Only 2 Pacific teams have clinched. Carolina and Pittsburgh. Philadelphia can clinch with a loss for the Blue Jackets tonight and a Flyers win tomorrow, I believe. 1v8 format. Thank you. Somebody thought. We'll do that during the second intermission. We'll do that. We'll play around with that and see what the 1v8 matchups would be for each conference. If the 1v8 format was in effect, we'll see what the matchups would be. We'll play around with that during the second intermission. So don't look. I'll tell you during the second intermission. Castellac. Saying Pasternak and Kastelik at the same time. Cadillac. Kastelik kicked out of the draw, so it'll be Corrali on this draw against Monahan. They playing the chicken dance? Huh. What an effort by Corrali. Bruins get possession off that. Monahan and Corrali tied up. Provorov plays it to Gabranson. Kept in by Lohrei. Shot. Knocked down. Corrali got tripped. No call there. Corrali knocks down Gabranson. No call here. No, they're letting them play. Now it's dumped into the zone here by Wood. Johnson trying to play it in front, cleared away. Steves lifts this one out. Lands in the Blue Jackets end. Provorov. To Gabranson. Corrali. Nice hit by Corrali. Nice check. Here's Monahan. Will cross the blue line. Here's Johnson. Johnson shoots. Stop. Rebound. What a save, Korpisalo. He denied Wood on a rebound chance in front. Here is Werenski. Caught by Korpisalo. It's snagged out of the air, and Peak knocks down Wood in the process. And he's gonna get thrown out of the box for clearing the crease. He can't do that. So Peak's getting a roughing penalty for clearing the crease after Wood whacked Korpisalo in the face with a stick, but okay. Makes sense. Make that make sense. So Peak for roughing, for clearing the crease. Minton against Coyle on this face-off from the far side and left to Korpisalo. Coyle wins the draw. Fantilli keeps it alive. Werenski to Fantilli. Marchment to Fantilli again. Coyle to Marchment. Here is Werenski at the blue line. Werenski's shot on the net stopped. Rebound. Hustadinov. Puck kept in by Werenski. What a stick. Zadorov and Harris out there. Because Peak would be out there in this situation, but he's in the box. Marchenko gave it right to Jordan Harris. Harris clears all the way down. Played to Werenski from Greaves. Werenski trying to get through. Whacked on net. Stopped. Korpisalo got knocked into. Kastelik rolls it all the way down. Here is Werenski now. Man got knocked down on the entry. Marchman deflected off of Kastelik and out. The Bruins will get a change here. They'll get one guy off. No, they'll get two, actually. Nope, they won't. So it's Corrali and Elias Lindholm with Aspero and Yoki Haru. Yoki Haru trying to clear. He does, all the way down. Here's Provorov, 25 to go on the power play. Here is Matejchuk. Slows up, Elias Lindholm knocked into it. Marchenko. That's Garland, plays it around the net. Here is Kent Johnson. Harris keeping to the outside. Monahan lost it. Elias Lindholm will carry this one ahead. He'll clear it into the neutral zone. That should kill off the rest of the penalty. Peak will exit the box in 3, 2, 1. Back to 5-on-5. Bruins kill it off, only surrendering one shot. Here is Johnson. Shot. Oh, that fooled Korpisalo. He had to make a save, but he made a recovery. It hit off his glove and landed right in front. But they go to commercial. Wi-Fi went out for me. Hope stream is fine. Oh no. Well, let's make sure we're good. Are we good, chat? Is stream still good? We good? Okay. Thank you. So many people in chat right now. Well, if you have not yet, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. Donations are open if you'd like. We'd much appreciate it. We do need a like spike. I agree. It's free. You can change your mind later, too. But I don't recommend doing that second part. Love the timeout. Oh, yeah. Here is Elias Lindholm against Charlie Coyle. This face-off. Yes, Flyers fans are welcome here to help your team out. I agree. Geeky sends this one just ahead of Pasternak. Greaves made a play to touch the puck, so they didn't call icing on the Bruins. Peak sends it ahead. It goes off Pasternak's skate. Werenski got it back. And it's dumped in by Columbus. Lorai plays it along for Morgan Geeky. Plays it to Peak. Peak will dump it in around the net. The Bruins are resting players here, so no Zacha, no Arvidsson, no Hampus Lindholm, no Charlie McAvoy. Because they're already in the playoffs, but the Bruins are still competing. This puck deflects off Charlie Coyle's stick and lands in front of the penalty box. Elias Lindholm takes a check from Sillinger as he dumped it in. Here is Provorov. Onside somehow. Gets it across the line. Yoki Haru played as Zadorov here. Bruins are making a change. Here is Yoki Haru. Gets it across the blue line. Gets it in behind the net. Jenner out of there by Middlestat. Zamula. Here comes Heinen across the Bruins line. Heinen broken up there off a stick. Marchment tied up there by Yoki Haru. Gets knocked down by Yoki Haru. And he gets the puck back and chips it ahead. Here comes Middlestat. Here's Asamont. He has Reichel with him. Asamont slows up. Spin, shoot, stop. Rebounds in front. Asamont, what a save. 3 chances. And he's stopped by Greaves all 3 times. We have an icing here against Columbus, but Asamon gets robbed in front. That's 3 quality chances for Asamon. He has been really good in this period. 1, 2, 3. Oh my God, Asamon. Oh, buddy. Good chances. You're right there. Face-off is won here by Boston as the Hagens lines out there. Puck played it around the net. Jenner clears it away. Kept in by Hustadinov. Keeps it in. Looking. Shot. Where's the puck? It went high and wide. The puck went out of play in the process. Great chance. Really was. They're not giving Asamon any shots on goal there. He literally had 3. I agree with that, chat. I agree with that. I approve of that decision. Minton on the face-off. Hagens. What? Oh, they're going to do it again. It was a clean face-off win for the Bruins. Minton against Fantilli on this draw. Tie up here on the face-off. Blue Jackets win it. Of course they do. Matejchuk flips it in for Marchenko. Goes off his stick and into the zone. Minton for Hustadinov. Good sauce pass. Hustadinov. Here come the Bruins. Cross the line. Trying to find Hagens. Trying to cut to the net. He could not get it through to him. He got blocked by a Blue Jackets defender. And Marchenko lifts this one out to the neutral zone. Lundestrom. Hagens. Good back check. Took the puck right off his stick. Puck thrown out off Minton's stick, and now it's Fabro. Harris. Trying to jam it to Fantilli. Or trying to clear it away from Fantilli. Shot goes wide. Here is Fabro. Here is Marchenko. In front. Cleared away there by a stick of Harris. Shot by Johnson is stopped there by Korpisalo. Now here is Hustadinov. Sends this one ahead. Here is Matejchuk. Hagens can't go off. He's been out there for a little while. Here is Corrali. Gets this puck out. Werenski has it again. Hagens is gonna yeah, get off, James. Attaboy. Jokiharju plays it around. Peak, trying to get it ahead. Tie up here. Blue Jackets get it back, but the Bruins get it back. It's Peak. Oh my God! Another penalty on the Bruins. Stop calling penalties on the Bruins, please. Steve's for high sticking. Jesus Christ! It's another penalty on the Bruins. Corrali against Coyle. Steve's to the box for high sticking. Blue Jackets win the draw again. Here is Werenski. Looks. Marchenko. Here is Coyle. Corrali, great stick. He has Kaslik breaking. Here come the Bruins shorthanded. Kaslik, what? What was that? At that point, dump the puck in. Werenski, here is Marchman. Zadorov went for a ride. Werenski for Coyle. Kaslik tried going for a curl and drag. Curled on his own stick and almost fell. Fantilli spins back. Marchenko in front. Going through Coyle's stick wide. Marchman. Fantilli left circle. Shot. Fought off Korpisalo. Rebounds bouncing around. It's cleared away. Here is Werenski. Marchenko in front. Tipped by Coyle. Missed the net. Here is Werenski. Marchenko again. Wide of the net. Puck comes out. Kastelak. Did I say it again? The Blue Jackets cross the blue line. It's Johnson. Minton and Lindholm out there with Aspro and Harris. Monahan. Out in front. Through the legs. Chance for Monahan. It's cleared away by Aspro. Monahan for Johnson. Elias Lindholm. Good take. Aspro can't get it out. Held in by Werenski. 15 to go in the power play. Marchenko pushed off. Marchenko. Here is Johnson. Werenski. Lost it. Hasbro can't clear. Elias Lindholm gets the puck out. The Bruins survive a penalty again. Ooh, the Blue Jackets thought way too much. Looked like the Bruins power play. Oof. They thought way too much. Here is Johnson. Back to 5-on-5. Johnson will cross the line for Columbus. Plays it around the net. Jenner. Plays it around. Puck will come to the blue line. Kept in by Matejchuk. Goes over Middlestat stick. Sillinger bouncing puck. Stopped. Rebound put wide. Jenner. Matejchuk knocked down. Now here come the Bruins as Geeky. Here is Middlestat. Crowd screaming for a penalty. For what? Here is Lohrei. Lost it to Matejchuk. Got it back. Play behind the net. Pasternak's got it. Trying to shovel it in front. Cleared away. Middlestat spinning. Here is Jokiharju. Shot saved by Greaves. Oh, baby. Shots are 9-8 Columbus in the second. My hope for next season is for the Boston Bruins to stop taking 50 million penalties. True, I agree with that statement. I do. I agree with that statement. Devil's goal got waved off. Okay. Thank you. Oh, Montreal scored. My bad. The Bruins aren't benching guys who take too many penalties. Well, then they wouldn't be able to ice a complete NHL roster. Because everybody takes penalties with this Bruins team. I don't believe there's one guy who has played for the Bruins this year who hasn't taken a penalty. Not even Johnny Beecher, who plays in the Flames now. Has been playing there all season long at this point. They wouldn't have anybody. Oh, the Hagens family made it to Columbus. Good. So they got word last night. That's good. I'm glad. I'm glad his family was able to make it. Elias Lindholm against Charlie Coyle. Lindholm wins the draw. Lohrei. Pasternak to the front, knocked down. Geeky gets it back out to Pasternak. He will try to cut to the inside. He's half to the outside in the corner. Lohrei to Peak on the right point. Peak has to put it around the net. Coyle chipped it to Sillinger. Pasternak shot. Saved by Greaves. I can't wait to say this. I can't wait to say the line. I think you know what line I'm talking about for when it eventually happens. Whether it's tonight, Tuesday, or in any of the playoff games, I want to say the line. We don't know. You know what line I'm saying. Face-off tied up here, and it's won by Columbus. Heinen gets this one out. Here is Andrew Peak. Spins back against Sillinger. This might be David Pasternak's last game before the playoffs, so we'll see what happens, depending on what they do for Tuesday. Elias Lindholm dumps in around the net. Sillinger for Heinen across the line. Heinen pressured by Lindholm. Pasternak on it as well. Gets it through. Puck comes to Jenner. Shot wide. Shot by Werenski, bouncing up in the air. Zadorov gets it away from trouble somehow. Puck bouncing just out to the neutral zone. Here is Marchment. Nice cut by Jokiharju. Got it away. Zadorov plays it around off of Asamont, who's looked strong tonight. He's looked pretty good. Here's Fabro for Werenski. Asamont, good stick lift. Got the puck back. What a play by Asamont. Here come the Bruins. Asamont, okay. I take back everything I just said about Asamont. Here comes Marchment the other way. Marchment. Fabro's shot blocked by Asamont. Turns. Marchment over the net. Asamont broke his stick. Not that line, Primer. We're not there yet. Here come the Bruins. Reichel is Hustinov 2-on-1. Reichel walks in. Shot. Saved by Greaves on Reichel. Reichel shot it. I mean, that was a good try. I mean, he had Hustinov on a 2-on-1, but that pass is going to get blocked. I'm glad Reichel shot it. Minson on this draw against Monahan. Minson wins it. Why? Why are we redoing the face-off to kick out a Columbus guy if the Bruins won the face-off? Jeez, make it make sense, man. Come on. If the Bruins won the draw anyway, why are we kicking a guy out for? Minson against Wood on this draw. Minson wins it anyway. Hagens to Lohrei. Plays it in deep. Hustinov can't play that one. Provorov plays it around. Lohrei gets beat by Johnson. Puck comes out. It's Monahan. Peeks back. So is Hustinov. So is Hagens. Puck putting it around the net. Hustinov hops on it. Lohrei kicks it, trying to get it to Hagens. Hagens gets it. Garland puts it around the net for Columbus. Final minute of the second. Here is Monahan. Pressured by Lohrei out to the blue line. Garland. Spin off by, tied up there by Minson. Garland knocks him down. Garland to the blue line, Matejchuk. One-timer. Fought off by Korpisalo. Hagens grabs the rebound. Sends it in to Hustinov. Oh, he had Hagens on a breakaway. No icing here. Hagens got there against Matejchuk. Hagens, nice check on Matejchuk as well. Here is Corrali. 20 seconds to go. Corrali in front. Jokiharju shot. Score! Henry Jokiharju from the right circle. 18.6 to go. And the Bruins lead 2-1. And that one will be Jokiharju's goal. It's 2-1 Boston. And James Hagens deserves an assist on this. We'll see if he got it. We'll see if he got an assist. We'll check. We'll check and see if he got an assist on it. It might have It might have went... If they're giving Corrali an assist, they should give Hagens an assist too, correct? He kicked it to Corrali. That might be his first NHL point. We have a tie up here. That'll be the end of the second period. But the Bruins take a 2-1 lead going into the third period in a game they have no business winning right now. They have no business leading this game right now, but they are. They are winning 2-1 going into the third period. And I believe, if that looks correct, James Hagens should get an assist on that. They're only giving it to Corrali on the assist. We'll see if that changes. That should be a secondary assist for Hagens. Henry Gnocchi Haru. I'm seeing Corrali. We'll see. But regardless if he got a point on it, that's not the point. The point the point is, that was a really good shift for Hagens, right? Got it on the forecheck. A, negated the icing. B, won a puck battle. B, got physical. C, won a puck battle, which created a goal, and he gets a +1. To me, that's a successful shift, regardless if he got the point or not. If he got the point, wonderful. Wonderful. But the Islanders are on the verge of being eliminated. They're down 3-0 going into the third period. Yikes. Okay. I got news. I got news for you. Ladies and gentlemen. James Hagens is being given his secondary assist. He just got his first NHL point. Yes. He got his first point. Oh. Wonderful! Yes, yes, yes. Hagens is being given the point. Good. Is that enough details, Marco? I think it is. I think that's enough details for you. I think it is, right? Is that enough details? I mean, negates an icing, throws the body, digs the puck free, gets an assist that sets up a goal. It's crazy. In what, his 12th shift in the NHL? Like, come on, man. Like, happy with what I see. Me too. I was worried. I was worried that it wasn't gonna be as good as I thought it was gonna be. I was wrong, and I'm glad I am. I gotta get that graphic ready for BNG. It's gonna go up on Twitter and TikTok in a second. First NHL point on Henry Jokiharju goal. Let's do this. Here, let me get... Have they ever interviewed any current Bruins players? I don't believe so. They've interviewed like broadcasters and media correspondents though. We'd love to get an NHLer though. James Hagens has points in 3 seasons of NHL of hockey this year, contributed offensively in the NCAA, AHL, and now NHL. Can you fill me in on how the game's been going and how Hagens looks? The game's been actually pretty decent. Like, the second period, has actually been, was better than the first period. The Bruins looked like the better team in that second period. They outshot them 11-10 in the period. They look like the better team all period long. They get rewarded with the go-ahead goal from Jokiharju. And if you're wondering about Hagens has looked really good tonight. And he just got his first NHL point. He got an assist on the Jokiharju goal. With 20 seconds to go in the period to give him the lead. But besides the point, I think Hagens has been one of the better skaters for the Bruins tonight. He's looked really smooth. I mean, he took a penalty in the first period, which is like, darn. But like, besides that, I think that's the only negative. He's looked really good so far. Yes. Go Devils. Let's call him on was soft. It was, but again, penalty's a penalty, right? Penalty's a penalty. So, is what it is. Lines by chance? In fact, I do. If you'd like to know the lines, those are the Blue Jackets. Marchenko, Fantilli, Lundestrom, Sillinger, Coyle, Garland, Marchment, Jenner, and Heinen, Wood, Monahan, Johnson. Defensively, Werenski and Fabro, Provorov and Matejchuk, Zamula and Goodbranson, with Greaves and net for Columbus, okay? For the Bruins, Geeky, Elias Lindholm, and David Pasternak. Middlestat, Reichel, and Asamont. Minton, Hagens, Hustaninov. Corrali, Steves, Kastelik. Zadorov, Yokiharu, Aspero, Harris, Lori, and Peak with Korpisalo and net. The Bruins are resting Arvidsson, Zaka, Hampus Lindholm, Charlie McAvoy, and Tanner Jeannot. Yeah, you just noticed he's off for the night? Yeah. That's fine. He's had a really solid season for what we've gotten out of him. For what his role was, he's been good. Like, I don't have a problem with Jeannot at all. Yeah, a bunch of dudes with the night off. It's all it is. It's all it is. It's literally just resting guys before the playoffs. Like, I'd expect those 4 to get back in Tuesday and they rest more people. Like, I'd imagine, like, Pasternak might sit. Elias Lindholm might sit. They might sit Geeky. We'll see, depending. I don't think they will. They'll sit at least 2 of the 3 I just named. I'd imagine Zadorov gets the night off. Swayman won't start, I don't think. He might start, unless they want to give it to DiPietro for the game. They could do that. Pasta gets 100 points tonight. He'll sit next game. It's fair. What's the line for Hagens? It's him with Minton and Hustantinov. They could play Swayman too. It's either they play Swayman or they call up DiPietro. That's one of the 2. If Johnny Gaudreau was still with us, he would be playing for Columbus still because he had a big contract. Hey, it's Sway's game. Yeah. Yeah, I'm saying if it's not Swayman for whatever reason, it's going to be DiPietro. As a thank you game for all the great success he's had this year. I suspect that Brunet and Patra will come up for the final game. We could even see Lysell or Farinacci, too. They could even give... Actually, you know what? Screw Farinacci or Lysell. They might give it to Riley Tufte. I mean, he's had an unbelievable season. 32 goals in the minors. I mean, that's a great year right there. So, if I had to guess, they're not going to call up DiPietro. My guess would be Brunet, Patra, and Tufte would come up, and they'll rest 3 people there. And then Reichel and Steves and Asamont will all be in, so they'll rest 3 more. Tufte debuted. Oh, yeah. He's been in the NHL many a times before. The amount of non-emergency call-ups are limited post-trade deadline. Well, they have 3 more emergency call-ups to use. So... Hagens is a career point-per-game player in the league. In the NHL, yeah. From this year, I meant. Yes, he played in a couple of games... What, 10 games? This year? Tufte? Tufte's played in 4 games and has a goal. He scored a garbage time goal for the Bruins back in November. Bring his jersey number retirement video. Who? Hagens? They have it like up in the they have it in their files on like their editing software. I will say this. And I think it's a very fair thing to say. If the Blue Jackets miss the playoffs, what a choke. Felger's probably pissed because right now he said Hagens is going to be shit. Well, do you want me to say the thing? With Felger and Maz? I don't give a damn what they say because they aren't Boston fans. They aren't. They're not fans of Boston sports. They're not. They're just not. They're not fans of the sports. They cheer. They hate watch and they go on there and like I don't listen. I don't like that. Like, why are they employed to rage bait Boston sports fans? Way to lose viewership. There's a reason why I don't listen to them. Knows the Sox. Besides that, totally agree. Yeah. He also said in the same clip he had never seen Hagens play. Well, then, with all due respect, where the hell is his credibility? Fan of 3/4 of the Boston teams. Who's the team you don't like? Anyway, third period of Bruins coverage here on YouTube is brought to you by Uno Overlays. It is brought to you by Black and Gold Productions. Episode 421 of the podcast is available now. Go stream it on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. The YouTube replay is right now. No one knows who Evan Bouchard is? That's wild. He said that? See, exactly. That's why I don't listen to people like that. I don't listen to him. Here we go. Third period underway. Thank you for the love in the new video. Much appreciated. Thank you very much. That is my skit for the playoffs. Since, like, who are these people? Here come the Bruins. Minson across the line, shot wide. Minson trying to throw it in front, gets broken up. And the puck goes out of play. I much appreciate the love in the news on the skit. People said the Marchand trade is a good move. Oh, it was a good move. I don't like the return of what we got. I still don't. I was not a fan of it, but I think it was a good move for the long-term success. Minson waved out against Jenner, so it'll be Husnudinov against Jenner on this face-off. Jenner wins the draw, and now Provorov will get it for Columbus. Minson trying to deflect it ahead. Husnudinov gets the puck. Drops it, Lohrei. Lohrei wide. Hagen trying to jam it in front. Minson an open net. He put it wide. How does Greaves have the puck? He's way out of his net. Wow. I mean, Hagens was creating straight pandemonium in front of the net. How does that not go? I mean, Hagens was right there waiting for it. Oh. And then Minton, oh man. Oof. Great shift to start the third period for the third line again. Lindholm is waved out of the draw against Coyle, so it'll be Morgan Geekie on the draw. Lindholm wants an explanation, doesn't get one. Geekie will take this draw against Coyle. Geekie wins the faceoff, but the Blue Jackets get possession there. Here is Fabro as Werenski set up a kind of a screen on Pasternak. Fabro puts it off one of the indents on the boards. And the Blue Jackets ice the puck. 47 seconds in, the Bruins will be able to set up shop on the side of the ice they like. You know, the Aspro trip yesterday. Oh, yeah, no. Not a fan. I didn't think Aspro had a necessarily good game yesterday. But I didn't like that call. Elias Lindholm on the draw against Charlie Coyle. Tie up here, and it's won by Coyle on his weak side against Elias Lindholm on his dominant side. Makes sense. Bruins can't touch the puck, or else they were going to be offside. Puck waved into the Bruins' end. Zadorov against Coyle. Zadorov knocks down Coyle. Lindholm sends it ahead, off of Fabro's stick into the Blue Jackets' end. Fabro trying to play this one around. What's up? What's up? Somebody said what's up with all the road games. That's just the way the schedule fall. The way that the cards were dealt is what it is. They got to power through. Heinen up ahead. Here's Fantilli around the defense. Scores. Yoki Haru gets caught behind the play, and we're tied at 2. No. I mean, Yoki Haru. Yikes. Fantilli got behind Yoki Haru and tied the game. He ripped it home, short side on Korpisalo, and it's 2-2. Offsides? No, I don't think so. I think he was onside, barely, but he was onside. The Bruins would have taken a look at that if they thought it was offside. Asamont. Puck played ahead. The Bruins get this puck into the neutral zone. They did not, actually. The puck stayed in. Here is Fantilli. Lundestrom around the net. Looking for options in front. Goes to the line. Matejchuk. Shot. That shot went wide and high. Here is Fantilli. Gets it back against Aspero. To the line. Matejchuk. Provorov shot blocked in front. It went off Lundestrom and wide. Now Marchenko blocked by Harris. Free puck for Matejchuk. And he double clutched and lost the puck in the process. Aspero for Reichel. The Bruins controlled a lot of pace in that second period. Now it's kind of shifting back to Columbus. Here is Provorov for Kent Johnson. Gets around Steves, but Peak took this puck away. Lorai. Icing against the Bruins. He threw it ahead off Steves, through Steves. The Blue Jackets are one of the worst teams in the third period. They get outscored by 29 in the third. Jenner wins the draw against Kastelik. Shot blocked in front. Now it's Steves. He lifts this one high into the neutral zone. Puck's dumped in by Jenner. Peak behind his own net. Has to play this one around Steves. Going to jam this one ahead. Fabro holds it in. Johnson looking in front. Lorai kicked it away from Jenner. Corrali plays it across. Kastelik gets this puck up the boards. Steves gets knocked down as he got the puck into the zone. The Bruins will be able to get a change, and out comes the Minson, Husnudinov, and Hagens line. Werenski. He'll dump in. Blue Jackets on a surge here. Monahan tied up there by Yoki Haru. Minson in there for support. Hagens hops on the puck. Puck kicked across. Husnudinov will try to send this one up ice. He lifts it high in the air and out. Garland kicks it back into the zone. Tied up there by Yoki Haru. Minson against Wood. Here is Garland. Off Hagen's stick back. Provorov shot. Where's the puck? Korpisalo has it. Four minutes into the third period, 2-2 the score. Bruins goals coming from Corrali and Yoki Haru. Fantilli and Marchment for Columbus. Who do you think wins? That's up for you to decide. I'm just the one telling you the story. Bruins want to get this puck out. They get it to the neutral zone. Provorov against Pasternak. Provorov beats him. Now it's Coyle for Heinen across the line. Back to Coyle. Pushed off the puck by Aspero. Coyle walks out in front and misses high on that. Now it's Geekie. Off Harris. Puck comes to Pasternak. Pasternak across the line. Chips it in front. Harris couldn't get a piece of it on the stick. Just out of his reach. Geekie keeps this one in. Puck jammed out to center. Lindholm over to Pasternak. Quick re-entry for the Bruins here. Pasternak is pinned up against the wall by Provorov, the big Russian defenseman. Goodbranson plays it around. Aspero holds in. Shot. Deflection in front. Blocked in front. Geekie gets the puck back. Pasternak in the near side corner. Pasternak trying to work his way through two defenders here. Keeps the puck alive in front. Off Geekie's skate. Kept in by Aspero. Looking. Jordan Harris on the right point. In down low to Geekie. Looking in front. Tied up there by Goodbranson. Here is Pasternak. Looking in front here. Throws it on net. Tip by Lindholm. Stopped there by Greaves. It's cleared away. We have a stop. Bruins are offside, I believe. I don't think Korpisalo will play any game in the playoffs unless he needs to. It's Swayman's net for the run unless he can't. Puck's dumped into the zone. Reichel for Middlestat. He gloves it down. Middlestat trying to jam it to the blue line. Couldn't get it to Asamot. Marchenko took it away. Here come the Blue Jackets. It's dumped into the zone. Guided aside by Korpisalo into the corner. Middlestat ahead for Peak. Ahead for Asamon. Spins off a defender. What a move! Oh, he got stopped by Greaves. Asamon with a gorgeous move. Peak spinning back against Werenski. Wow, Asamon. He's having a great game right now. Overall. Reichel did good battle, just couldn't get the puck free. What a move by Asamon. Whoa. Here is Kent Johnson. Chips it off a stick. Zadorov knocked it down. Now here's Marchment. Steves takes it away. Here comes Steves. He'll carry it into the neutral zone. He'll chip it into the offensive zone. Provorov plays it around. And it comes to Marchment. This fourth line has been on the ice for both Bruins goals here tonight. Steves. For Kastelik, we're offside. Bruins were just... They jumped the gun just a smidge. They go to commercial, tied at 2. Just under 7 minutes into the third. 2-2. If the Bruins win tonight, Hagen should get the game puck. Any bets on this game? No? I'm a Bruins fan. That's all I got. I don't bet, really. Hagens is now 1,962 assists behind Gretzky. The glaze is crazy. Hagen's been good. Want to be able to watch him. Just got here. Hagens has an assist. He's been good. A lot of Flyers fans here hoping for a Bruins win. Thank you. Thanks for being here. If Hagens gets his first goal in overtime, I'm gonna lose my mind. That was amazing. Thank you. I'm glad you guys liked it. Flyers clinch the Bruins win. No, but it'll help the Flyers out big time. Monahan wins the draw against Corrali in the neutral zone. Monahan gets this one ahead as we're out of the TV timeout. Korpisalo plays it to Aspero. Up the wall. Steves can't get it out. Garland holds it. Aspero throws Garland under the boards. Nice check by Aspero. We have a big tie with Harris and Wood behind the play. Here come the Bruins. Kastlik has Aspero and Steves. Aspero trying to feed it in front, and Steves just couldn't receive the pass. Took a weird bounce. Goodbranson gets it back. Corrali tied up. And it comes to Goodbranson, now here, who takes the check from Steves, and now here is Provorov. Here is Garland. Corrali knocks him down with a nice check, and he makes Wood collide with Garland. The Bruins will make a change here. Here is Aspero. Good shift from the fourth line again. Aspero double, triple clutches and dumps it into the zone. Make sure if you have not yet, hit the like button and subscribe. Ring the bell to get it notified every single time we go live or upload. Donations are open if you'd like, and hit the pinned comment in the live chat. First link in the description, or hit that dollar bill icon. It's a super chat icon. All open and available if you'd like, and it'll pop up on screen, and it'll be able to read your text out loud. Lundestrom across the blue line. Lori, nice job keeping him to the outside. Puck comes to the blue line, hits Werenski. Lost the puck. Hagen trying to hop on, he gets the puck free. Here comes Husseninov. Cross the line, drops it for Hagens. Hagens shoots, misses over the net. He tried going glove side and just missed. Now here is Zadorov. Over Pasternak's stick. Puck lifted into the neutral zone. Zadorov gloves it down. Bruins get just onside. Behind Elias Lindholm. Geeky gonna try to get there. Puck played behind him, and Sillinger gets it away. Bruins have numbers, or Blue Jackets have numbers. Here's Heinen. Sillinger fanned on it, knocked into by Elias Lindholm. Heinen has it in the corner, plays it around the net. Fabro. Here is Provorov. Backhand try. Korpisalo makes the save. And he'll hang on. I do feel for Red Wings fans. I think they have to fire Yzerman now. 10th straight season missing the playoffs, yeah. Beyond something. The third line today, Torbjorn, is Husseninov, Minton, Hagens. Hagens on the left side, Husseninov on the right side, Minton in the middle. Gonna do the face-off again. Hagens making his NHL debut tonight. He's got an assist on the Yoki Haru goal, the second Bruins goal. Puck played up the wall by Zadorov. Puck comes to Reichel. Couldn't play it cleanly. Middlestat, good stick lift against Marchment. Middlestat gets knocked down. Got it across the blue line. That would be a mistake. I mean, 10 years missing the playoffs. You got to fire the GM at some point, right? Middlestat for Asimon. Tied up there by Provorov. It's got to come back to the GM at some point. peak in the neutral zone, dumps it back in around the net. Good check by Asimon on Fabro. Garland plays it around for Provorov. Off a skate, and it comes to Aspero. Here is Jordan Harris, a little bit of space ahead of him. He'll carry it up the ice. He'll chip it over to Mark Kastelik. He'll try to break his way to the net, kept to the outside. Kastelik to the blue line, Aspero. Shot, kicked out by Greaves. Steves grabs the rebound. Nice cut against Monahan. Good move by Steves. Bruins keeping it alive here. Aspero again. Greaves saves it again. Steve gets it from Harris, I believe. Harris reverses it into Kastelik behind the net. To the blue line, Aspero just kept it in. The fourth line buzzing here. Corrali. Steves fakes the shot. Harris left point. Harris looking. Shot. We have a penalty on Columbus. They score! It's Kastelik! There was a penalty on the Blue Jackets, and Kastelik gives the Bruins the lead with 9:38 left. It's 3-2 Boston. There was a delayed penalty on the Blue Jackets. And Mark Kastelik roofed it top shelf far side on Greaves. And the Bruins lead 3-2. Corrali has a 3-point night going. What is happening? What is happening? Sean Corrali trying to steal that first star from Korpisalo. With a 3-point, he's got a goal and 2 assists. Hagens for Minton. Here come the Bruins. Minton across the blue line, closed off. Hustadinov in front. Minton jamming, stopped in front. Here is Hustadinov. Trying to get it through a couple defenders. Could not. Fantilli gets it out. Oh, man. Here come the Blue Jackets. They'll get it in deep. Zadorov cuts it off. Minton. Tied up Yoki Haru. Plays his one up the wall. Hustadinov get it free. Here comes Hagens. 2-on-1 with Minton. Here comes Hagens. He shoots wide. It got blocked. Minton trying to get it to Hagens. Werenski cut off. Puck comes out, but oh, does Hagens have a wrist shot that I love to see more. Here is Lohrei. Chips it to Pasternak. What a move. Pasternak stopped there by Greaves, and he'll make the save, and he will hang on. 8:34. Bruins up 3-2. Mark Kastelik gives the Bruins the lead with his 10th goal of the season. Corrali his 14th assist. Sean Corrali having a night. The power play is canceled, is waived, is washed out if the Bruins score, if the team, so the Blue Jackets had a penalty, right? So let's say they had a delayed penalty. See that? On that delayed penalty, if the Bruins score, the penalty's taken away. It's the same thing as a power play goal, pretty much. Wow. This fourth line of Steves, Corrali, and Kastlik have been electric tonight. Lindholm will take the draw against Coyle. Coyle wins it. Why put Lindholm out there on that weak side draw when you can have Minson or Middlestat take that draw? Peak tied up there by Coyle. Both men go down. Out in front! A shot from Sillinger misses wide. Fabro. Matejchuk. That's Provorov. Gonna try to walk around the net here. Fabro at the right point. In deep. Heinen deflected by Lohrei. Heinen, the former Bruin 2 times. Heinen turns and shoots. Blocked. Now Geeky trying to shovel this one ahead. Pasternak's waiting for it. He couldn't get there as Fabro cut it off. Aspro cut off Heinen. Here is Jordan Harris. Up the wall. Asamont. Bruins have a 3-on-2. Asamont has Middlestat and Reichel. Middlestat stopped by Grease on a try from Middlestat from the high slot. That's the Bruins' 20th shot of the game. They have outshot the Blue Jackets here in this period 6-4. Or 5-4, and they have... Yeah, I'm sorry, it is 6-4. 6-4, and they have the 3-2 lead. 7:40 to go in the game. Bruins up 3-2. Goals for the Bruins tonight. Corrali, Jokiharju, and Kastelic. Middlestat on this draw against Fantilli. Tie up here by Werenski. Marchenko. Kept in Harris. Puck came out. It's going to be an offside. Bruins tag up. Werenski gets the puck in deep for Columbus, and the puck went out of play in the process. Need a Hagens goal soon. Hopefully soon. Entering tonight, Bruins fourth liners had 1 point combined since March 1st. Corrali has 3 points tonight, and Kastelic has 2 of his own. It's the coming out party for the fourth line, huh? Jesus. Here's Marchment. Asamont good stick. Played around, and now here is Werenski in the near side corner. Out in front, Korpisalo makes a save, and Harris pushes Marchment out of the crease. Ottawa gets back within 1. Damn it. Crime, are the Canadians still beating the Islanders 3-1? Can you check on that for me? Puck comes out. Here is Matejchuk. Off a stick and into the zone. Korpisalo plays it around Jokiharju. Puck comes out. Kastelic going to try to race for it. He's having a hell of a night, him and Corrali. 3-1, okay. Thank you. We have an offside here on Columbus with 6:38 to play. 3-2 Bruins. As that puck, I think, hit the linesman. Freaking idiot. And the Senators just tied the game. And the Ducks take the lead as well against Vancouver. If the Ducks win, I believe they clinch. Which is that's another team I'm happy for making the playoffs. Puck goes off the stick of Kastelic in the zone. Get Branson. That puck went out of play. Off the glass. Hagens goal coming up. I wish. Their line's out there now. I hope so, man. He's out there right now with Minton and Huslinov on that third line. They've been buzzing all night long. They're bound to get a goal somehow though for this line. Coyle wins the draw against Minton. Goodbranson plays it around for Provorov. And now here is Fantilli. Ahead for Marchenko. Shot. Korpisalo challenged him and made the save. His 29th save tonight. He has been good. Korpisalo's been good in the last few games he's been in. The Flyers game, he was really good. The Hurricanes game out of relief, he was really good. And this game, he's been good so far, making 29 of 31 stops so far. Face-off tied up. The Bruins get it away. It's Pasternak. Morgan Geekie trying to get ahead. He gets knocked down by Provorov as the Bruins get it in the offensive zone. Provorov for Werenski. Blue Jackets will move ahead. Here is Coyle. For Sillinger. Geekie keep him to the outside. Out in front, Coyle couldn't get a stick on it on a feed in front from Heinen. Heinen in front. Hit the side of the net. Gets the return from Coyle. Korpisalo diving to make a great save on Heinen. Yeah, we're in TV timeout. Sorry, probably should have mentioned that. Miss Coyle? Fair. I kind of miss him a little bit, too. Hagens, Minton, and Leroy on the ice at the same time. Somebody commented, Claude Julien rolling his grave at the thought of this. Coyle got his Zellers. I'm fine with Adam. Yeah. I mean, yeah, in the long run, yes. But, you know, I kind of miss just having him around. He was just a good locker room guy, more than, you know. And he was clutch at certain times. You know, like, he had some big moments. You know, he was here for 6 years, you know, like... That's not nothing. Like, he was here for a while, so you kind of get used to having him. So, like, it's still a little weird not having him around, you know? Minton will take this draw against Fantilli. Blue Jackets win the draw. Provorov shot, fought off, and Hagens gets the rebound and gets it out of the zone. I didn't start the clock. Claude Julien isn't a grave. Oh, Claude Julien's rolling in his grave. He's not even dead yet. That was the expression. I didn't finish it because I was too busy laughing. That's my bad. Huslinov sends it ahead. Minton trying to get around Werenski. No icing here. Minton got there, apparently. Big battle. And it comes to Fantilli. Puck played through Fantilli. Out in front for Marchenko. Closed off by Middlestat. Good stick. Out in front, Marchenko. What a stick lift by Middlestat. Huge. Negated that opportunity for Marchenko, who was point blank in front. Puck deflected in off on Greaves. He makes the save. Oh! No, that wasn't Zadorov. That wasn't Middlestat. I think that was Zadorov who got a stick on it. Wait, don't miss Matt Grzelcyk. Facts! Chuck is a Johnny Hockey. This game will be different. That's so messed up to say. I'm sorry. That's so messed up, in my opinion. Middlestat against Fantilli. I'm sorry. It is. In my opinion, that's a little messed up to say. Werenski dumps it in deep. Played around. Asamont trying to get this one out. He can't. Held in. Got it back. Trying to lift it out. Cannot again. Monahan to Jenner. Tied up there by Asamont. Good tie-up. Provorov shot blocked by Middlestat. Tony hit the nail on the head with a coil thing. Like, you know, good when he was good, he was good. When he wasn't great, it was kind of whatever. I understand that, and I agree. But it's one of those guys that you're just like comfortable seeing on the ice. That's, you know, he's been there forever. You kind of just got used to it. So when it changed, it was like, oh, you know what I mean? Like that's all it was for Coyle. Like, oh, he's not here anymore. And speaking of, he has the puck right now. So he'll carry it up the ice. Gets around Steves. Coyle centering it in front. Corpusalo got a piece of it, and Peak throws Heinen into the wall. Cranberg, he retired. Yeah, that stung. When Bergeron retired, when Bergeron retired, I was also going through a breakup at the same time. So my head was just all over the place. I was not in a great spot mentally because I was going through a breakup at the same time. So that was just, oh, I was a mess. I haven't cried that hard at a player leaving like Bergeron retired. That hurt me. Kassela gets there, leaves it. Corrali! Stopped by Greaves. Corrali in front. Puck still free in front. It's cleared away by Werenski. Here is Marchenko. Zadorov closed him off. Just over 3 minutes left. Steves gets it free from Fantilli. Lifts it out of the zone and out. You got to wonder, when are they going to pull Greaves and try to get the extra attacker out there? I'd say about another 30 seconds to a minute they're going to pull him here. Within this minute. Jordan Harris plays it around for Asperell. Through a skate, Provorov gets it back. Here is Marchment for Provorov. Marchment tied up there by Harris. Harris knocks him down. The puck's buried underneath him. They're going to stop play. Since when do they do that? Three 3-2 Ottawa. Damn. Really useless? Congrats on your useless effing win. Bruins are horrendous. Right. That's... You lost to a half-ass NHL team who aren't even playing some of their better players. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that mess. Give me that crap. Here is Aspero for Pasternak. Ahead for Morgan Geekie. He'll chip it into the offensive zone. The Blue Jackets only have zero excuse. They're playing on a full NHL roster besides Matthew Olivier against a team that's not starting four of their best players. Like, in what world are they making excuses? Pasternak, just about 2 minutes left. Shot over the net. Greaves still in there for Columbus. Jenner pushes Peak off the puck. Monahan gets this one out. But that's all they can do. They can't grab the puck. Zadorov sends it ahead off a stick. Hagens can't get it out. Here is Hustentinov. It's lifted into the zone a minute 35. Hagens, Minton, Hustentinov out there for the eventual defending of the net. 90 seconds left. They have the right people they want out there. Peak took it away, and they clear it down the ice again. We have a stop. The puck went on a play with a minute 22 to go. Faceoff's going to be in the in the Bruins' end. The goalie has been pulled. Empty net for Columbus.
Columbus with the edge in the faceoffs, and I think they're going to talk it over. And while they do, here's our save of the game presented by TD.
We have a timeout by the Blue Jackets here with a minute 22 left.
Well, Corpusalo's been incredibly strong again tonight. Down the stretch, he's played some great hockey. Come up with some big points for this Boston Bruins team. Here's a turnover on the spot. Some moving traffic in front. He's able to get it with the right pad and the left skate, and then Asimon helped him out. He came on in relief in his last outing in Carolina, allowed the Bruins to rally for a point in that one. He was fabulous in a start, in a back.
Geeky, Lindholm, Pasternak, Zadorov, and Peak out there right now. No Hagens.
Where the Flyers prevailed.
Yeah, get Pasternak his 100th point of the season. Whether it's a goal or an assist.
6 on 5.
Tie up here. Bruins win it. It's Zadorov. Plays it ahead. Morgan Geeky trying to feed it. Pasternak. Empty net attempt. Off a stick. Goes wide. Minute 12 to go. Elias Lindholm trying to jam it free. Geeky. Pasternak looking for 100. Blocked. Puck comes out. 4-on-2 for Columbus. Here's Marchment. We have 1 minute to go in the third. Here is Werenski. Shot on the net. Stopped. Korpisalo got a piece of it. To the blue line. Werenski for Marchment. 48 seconds left. Marchment. Pasternak on his keister. Here is Marchment. Drops to the blue line. Werenski. Marchenko. In front. Tip by Coyle over the net. Here is Fantilli. Werenski. Marchenko one-timer goes wide. Peak. Tied up the puck. Coyle going to try to tie him up. Zadorov takes it free. He can't get it out. Zadorov trying to get it through to Fantilli. Geeky trying to send it ahead to Pasternak. Held in by Marchenko. Shot kicked out. Korpisalo again. 20 seconds to go. Fantilli from the corner. That shot goes out of play with 17.4.
I was watching the referees to see if they come over to the official timekeeper to see if they've had any time after that bad angle shot and save. That puck got up in the mesh, and it looked like some time came off the clock. I'm not in favor of it.
The Islanders have been eliminated from playoff contention. It's the first time that all three teams in the tri-state area will not be in the playoffs this year. Kastelik wins the faceoff out there with Middlestat and Pasternak. This puck's going to come out. Pasternak looking for 100. Pasternak slows up. He's behind the net. What are you doing? Pasternak trying to center it. He can't. He's desperate. He knows he's not playing Tuesday. Game over. The Bruins just upset the Blue Jackets with a half of an NHL roster. The Bruins win Blue Jackets are not leaving the ice. They are refusing to leave the ice. The game's over, boys. You lost. Let's get to your 3 stars of the game. Unbelievable. What a win for this Bruins team. What a win. I don't know. I don't know how they won, but they did. Your 3rd star of the game tonight, he had 2 points in the game. You know, by far, I mean, it's obvious your 3 stars are, right? Your 3rd star, he had a goal and an assist in the game, including the game winner. Mark Kastelik, 3rd star of the game tonight. Your 2nd star of the game had 34 saves on 36 shots. It's Jonas Korpisalo. And your 1st star of the game tonight had a goal and had 2 assists. He had a point on every Bruins goal tonight. He stole it from Corpy. He did. Sorry, buddy. Sean Corrali, 1st star of the game tonight. Bruins win. They get their 44th win of the season. Let's get Josiah in here. What's going on, Josiah?
What is happening, Samuel?
Yes. What a finish.
So what happened there? Did the Blue Jackets just not leave the ice? Like, what was the deal there?
They wanted a penalty is what they wanted. Zadorov decked somebody behind the play with like 10 seconds to go and the Bruins got the puck out. They wanted a penalty. They didn't call it on the ice. So what? Of course they weren't going to call it then. You know?
Was it one of those he too strong type penalties?
It would have been the 2 minutes for being too big, yes. But was not called. So just Josiah, I think you're, can I not hear you right now? What's going on? Try talking now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So my speaker's being weird.
It's your speaker being weird?
There we go. It was being weird for a second. I fixed it now.
Okay. No, that's just, I'm still shocked we won that, dude. That was a Columbus team that needed to win. And if they didn't, which they didn't, their season's essentially over.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they literally fought for their season there, and they still didn't win. So, boo-hoo. Go home, Columbus. You didn't deserve it anyway. especially since half the NHL roster for the Bruins was out. So,
Yeah, literally. So,
um,
reminder, the Bruins did not have Hampus Lindholm, Charlie McAvoy, Tanner Jeannot, Victor Arvidsson, or Pavel Zacha, and they still won. Because they were resting players for the playoffs.
I wonder if DraftKings is gonna give me my money back because I had many players in my parlays that didn't play, so they should give something back there. But anyway, that's a problem for me to figure out. I'm thoroughly impressed. All that I wanted to see happened. Hagens looked good.
Yep.
The rest of the roster was able to work together. Corrali got on the board, so all in all, I don't hate it. I don't hate it at all. So, was it a win we needed to win? No, obviously we clinched the playoffs, but man, it gives me some confidence that, some of our guys that don't typically get the spotlight were able to hold their own and do really well tonight. So, especially since it's a good proof against a team that had to win. I mean, Columbus was definitely trying their hardest because they had to win that and they didn't. So,
yeah,
at home against the Bruins, you had to win and they didn't, and the Bruins were able to figure it out. I'm very interested to see what the playoffs are going to shape out to be, just due to the fact that it gives me a little bit more confidence because I was a little bit worried here for a while due to the Bruins' struggles as of late, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Good win all around. Corpy was great.
he was unbelievable. Unbelievable. I have some breaking news. It has nothing to do with anything. It's the NBA. Doc Rivers has left as head coach of the Milwaukee Bucks.
You mean the Milwaukee Bucks?
Bucks, excuse me. I read the Brewers on the screen as I was reading that. So the Doc Rivers is no longer the coach of the Milwaukee Bucks. There you go.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah. Oh, yep. And that agenda is going to begin. The Bruins are 1-0 in the Hagens era.
Yeah, there you go.
The agenda is beginning. Damn. But I thought in particular he didn't really do anything on the score sheet, but just like effort wise, I thought Asamont had a fantastic night tonight. I'm gonna give that guy so much credit because I give him a lot of crap. Because every time I see him, I kind of just go, okay, cool, nice little player. I thought Asamont was really good tonight.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, very, very good. So, but that fourth line, like, I didn't miss Jeannot out there. Alex Steves looked like he fit right in on that fourth line. Him with Corrali and Kastelic, they were buzzing all night long. And I'm glad that they finally got points. I mean, they only had 1 point as a line since March 1st.
Oof.
So they put up 5 points as a line tonight. Well, as a normal line, because Jeannot didn't play. Corrali had 3 points. Kastelic had 2. Like that. That's promising to me. That's good. I'm happy about that. Need the fourth line to come through in the playoffs. Need the fourth line for some, for some jump, and they had it right off the bat tonight. That's really good. Henry Jokiharju had a phenomenal game tonight. That was another guy that could have been one of the 3 stars. His shots on goal led to 2 goals tonight. The first goal was a double deflection. The second goal, he just ripped it by Greaves' top shelf.
Yep.
Really happy with that.
I mean, as I said, it gives me more confidence that the Bruins are able to put some pieces together just due to the fact that, I mean, you beat a team that wanted and had to win, and you didn't have your whole... I'm just repeating myself at this point. I'm honestly just shocked. I didn't expect that to go that way. And, Tanner Jeannot, what's your thoughts on him? I feel like he's starting to give me a little bit more confidence in him and his abilities.
Well, he didn't play tonight, but overall, I think the addition of Jeannot, really helped kick it in next gear. I don't like the contract, but I like the player. I think he's had his moments. So has everybody. But in reality, for a guy on the fourth line who brings it every night 120%, I have no problems with Jeannot at all. If that's what we're going to get come playoff time, some grit, some physicality, some, with some speed. He's got some sneaky speed there. It's mainly Kaslik and Corrali with the speed, but Jeannot's got some speed. He has some legs on it if he wants.
Yep.
So overall, a solid pickup, and he's been a nice and smooth, easy addition into the Bruins roster. Yes, exactly.
Piss and vinegar.
Piss and vinegar, exactly. That's exactly what Tanner Jeannot has been, and honestly, for what he's done, like he hasn't really done a ton, like on the score sheet, but there's other aspects of the game that he's been really solid at. So overall, Jeannot, good pickup by Sweeney. I'll give him credit. That's a good stuff. Good stuff getting Jeannot. He's been good. So.
What's your opinion on how much or how many minutes Hagens is going to get when come playoff time? Sorry, I'm gaming, so I'm not paying attention completely.
Let's see. Let's see what his ice time was tonight. I think he had like 13 minutes or something like that. Let me see. Yeah, Hagens had 13:08. That's about what I expect his numbers are going to be in the playoff time. Maybe a little more, depending on if the Bruins did not have a power play in this game. That's the crazy part. Hagens was supposed to be on power play 1, apparently. We'll see if that holds up for Tuesday. But Hagens was supposedly going to be on the first power play unit today. I wish we could have seen that. We almost saw it, but then Kaslik decided to go into business for himself and score. Kidding. Great. I'm happy Kaslik scored. But I think that's going to be about where he's going to be 5-on-5 is about the 13-minute mark, and then add a few minutes for special team stuff. Because I'm sure if like 4-on-4 situations, I'm sure Hagens would be out there, But in a 60-minute contest, and he's strictly out there for just 5-on-5, anywhere from 13 to 15 minutes is where I suspect Hagens will be. So I thought he was great. He had something this team hasn't had all season, and that's
piss and vinegar. No, I'm kidding.
He didn't. Well, he had the piss and vinegar to lead to the assist on the Yoki Haru goal, but
yeah,
he just had like this. He has the ability to create chances out of nowhere, and he only had one shot on goal tonight, but that's not the story. The story is that he created offense in multiple aspects. I thought putting him with Minton and Hustadinov was a genius decision, and I hope that is the third line the Bruins put out come game 1 of the playoffs, is Hagens, Minton, and Hustadinov, because I think that line is fast as fuck, okay? Just to put that blatantly out there, fast as fuck. And B, they have so much skill. They have a complete line. Hagens can enter the zone, okay, cleanly. Hustadinov can cut to the front, and Minton's the defensively responsible forward. There's a reason why I played the right stuff by New Kids on the Block earlier. They're the New Kids line, and I love it. Because that's the line that's going to be helping you come playoff time. That was so refreshing to see him out there. Put him into this environment and keep him out there. That third line for the playoff run, that's going to be good. It's going to be good. So overall, I thought Hagens, for his first time playing in the NHL, I thought he was excellent tonight. So, I hope he gets his first goal on Tuesday.
Yeah, at home, that'd be great.
Yeah, crowd pop gonna go crazy. So, anyway, final thoughts, Josiah. I thought Korpisalo was really good tonight too.
Yeah, definitely. I'm honestly just ready for playoffs, dude. Like, yeah. I'm itching to get into the playoffs. I'm itching to see what they can do. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Great win. Good to see that you can beat a team that's desperate. Because no matter who you play, whether it be Buffalo or Carolina, they're going to be really, really good, and you're going to have to play your best hockey. So, lock in, rest up your players, get ready. Hopefully, Hagens is going to be playoff ready by then. Which, it's crazy that he's going from entering the NHL system. He plays 1 or 2 weeks down in Providence, and then he's going to have 1 or 2 games here in the actual NHL, and now he's going to go play in playoffs. That's kind of crazy, but the kid's talented, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to seeing what's happening, and we're close, man. I can almost smell the Stanley Cup, dude. Not winning it, I can just smell like the playoffs coming. So, also shout out on your video. Your video was pretty damn funny. I'm not gonna lie. Thanks, Leafs.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm gonna hop quickly here because I gotta rejoin my friends. But thanks for letting me on. Probably chat with you Tuesday after the Devils game. So.
All right. See you then.
Bye, chat. Go Bruins.
That is Josiah on the post game. That is going to do it for coverage of Bruins hockey here on YouTube. Tonight, Bruins pull out a surprising victory, beating the Blue Jackets 3-2. If you have not yet, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. Ring the notification bell to never miss when we go live or upload here on the channel. Follow me on social media, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. Down below in the description. You told me to shut up. I touched the Stanley Cup. Oh, no. Sorry. Lava, it was a heat in the moment thing. I didn't mean that. It was a quick shirt change every time. Crime. Video editing. If you have not yet, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. Ring the notification bell to never miss when we go live or upload here on the channel. Follow me on social media down below in the description. My Instagram, my TikTok, and my X accounts are all down below in the description. The Bruins win 3-2, and Columbus's season is pretty much dead in the water. Thank you all for joining me, and I will see you all Tuesday for the regular season finale. Bruins, Devils. Bruins win 3-2.